How's it going, YouTube? It is Piffnish once again, and I can't wait to get into this video. Uh, Firstly, today we'll be talking about some of the Season 1.5 changes, the added characters, some surprises I had on that end, and kind of elaborate on some past and new rants that I have about Marvel Rivals. So, let's get into it. So recently, the gameplay footage of both Thing and Human Torch has been released. If you have not seen that, look it up. It looks great. So we will be getting Human Torch and Thing here at Season 1.5. Now, I cannot believe I'm about to say what I'm about to say. To crucify me, if you will. But I am far more excited about Thing's gameplay than I am Human Torch's. Don't get me wrong. Human Torch looks great. I'm sure DPS mains will be auto-locking him for days on end. I'll play him. I'm sure he's great. But seeing the Things kit looks amazing. And in fact, I think that his kit looks closer, in my opinion, to what Hulk's kit should have been. And I have no problem with Hulk's kit as well. However, Thing's kit looks great. I'm going to have so much fun playing Thing. I mainly play Vanguards anyway. Kind of a mix between Vanguards and I kind of play a mix, but mainly Vanguards, I'd say. However, I think the Thing's going to be, I'm going to have a lot of playtime on him. So on that note, please let me know in the comments below who you're more excited about, if you're surprised by either of their kits, and who you plan on playing the most, if you are even excited about either of them. So, moving on. Going on to my Marvel rants. Now, these are not all negative, however, I'm sure we've all run into some very frustrating moments in this game, especially in competitive gameplay. Now, I have been bouncing back between high gold 1 to platinum 2 back and forth. In most games, it seems like you'll have a good match, you'll have a bad match, you'll have a good match, you'll have a good match, you'll have a bad match, and so forth. It's sort of random, especially specifically for solo queuing. But I've noticed that I will have just a terrible, terrible run of loss after loss after loss. Uh, People leaving the match, people not pulling their weight, and so forth. And then I will have a very good run. Everyone's doing their job. We're all locked in. We're embarrassing the other team. And there is a smaller percentage of matches where it feels like a good match. I'm not sure how you would remedy this situation. I do know that there was a feature before that if someone left a match during ranked gameplay, they just canceled the match. And I almost prefer that. I could see where that could be exploitable. However, I feels like it's punishing a lot more people than it is preventing a few people from using an exploit. As in having a couple friends get in, you're starting to lose a match, one of your friends just takes the hit and leaves the match, and carry on from there until you're all one above all. But the way it works now just seems, it almost doesn't seem random. It's almost like there's an algorithm of some sort. But you know, I'm not, I don't have every way to fix this. I'm not, there's much smarter people than me that are working on this kind of thing. However, it can get very frustrating. And also, when someone is on your team not pulling their weight, that affects your gameplay. So, as you see in this Magneto gameplay, I am the tank. I create space. I am on the front lines. People should be pointing and shooting at or past me. If I don't have good healers, I can't do my job. So if you don't have good healers or people just not healing, then your stats look bad. And I know that doesn't matter. You know, it just matters if we win or lose. I guess it depends on the person. What matters to you matters to you. However, the frustrating thing is seeing that scoreboard and knowing that you're better than what those numbers project. So, that is my little rant on that. Balance. As we all know, there are some picks that just seem like throw picks. For example, Black Widow, Adam Warlock. Just feel like when people choose those characters, you're going to have a bad time. However, You do see those characters every once in a while who prove you wrong. That's great. I know there's no way to have a complete perfect balance when it comes to characters, or the game will not be, it won't be fun. All the characters will be the same. But I feel like they could do a little bit better of a job. I was looking or hearing some of the patch notes, or the changes in some of the characters in 1.5, and I am underwhelmed. Now, I know it's probably not a one-time fix kind of deal, and once again, not insulting myself here, but there's probably people who are smarter than me working on this kind of thing. So, in your opinion, in the comment section, what characters do you think are throw picks? What could you do to change those characters to make them more viable? I'll give you an example. Adam Warlock. He needs some sort of movement tech. Period. Or he needs a reduced cooldown on some of his healing abilities. I know when I play him, I do enjoy him a bit because, not so much in ranked, but I'll play him sometimes in quick play if I'm frustrated and I just want to get some playtime in with a different character. But if his heals were a little more consistent or larger, he might be more on par with some of the better healers. And maybe something to do with his ult as well. It's very situational. I have clutched it a few times using his ult, but compared to any of the your team invincible for so many seconds healers, it's just not the same. However, once again, what is your opinion? What can you do to fix these characters? What can we do to see some more varied gameplay? I'd also like to circle back to some of the other 1.5 changes, very specifically the team-ups. Now, as I've said before in my other videos, I will change my character to facilitate a team-up, even if it's in the detriment of my own gameplay. For example, Luna Snow. If someone's asking for Luna Snow for their name or Jeff or what have you, I will play Luna Snow. I have no clue how to play Luna Snow proficiently. Not terrible. I will point and heal. You will get healed. Promise. Best I can. However, I don't know her kit well enough to be proficient like someone who would main her or uses her often. Now, I know there's some new teammates coming up. I haven't seen them all. I do know that Thing does have Cannonball Special with Wolverine. I'll get into that here in a minute. I know there's a Fantastic Four team up. I do know there's a team up with Human Torch and Storm, and I've actually seen that one. Don't know if I'm too excited about that one. I promise I'm not trying to trash Human Torch in this video, but I don't know how much extra damage that's going to do to change the scenario. If it can burst through the healer's ults and actually kill the healer themselves or the characters in their deal, it'd be great. It just feels like a lot of setup to actually make that a good team up. Now, the Fantastic Four team up, it looks like Invisible Woman is the anchor in that. I don't know if they're just expanding the Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic team up to all four of them, or if there's some new team up. Let me know in the comments below if you know. I'm sure there's somewhere I can look it up. But I don't know anything about that. I've never been excited about the Fantastic Four in general, but if it's a good team up, I'll happily be part of it. As I said earlier, I'll happily jump on Thing. And then Cannonball Special with Thing and Wolverine. Just adding on to just like Hulk's version, I assume. Now, here's another piece of rant. I know I don't see it a lot in competitive, but I have done it in quick match quite a bit. There's something that hits my dopamine receptors about throwing a Wolverine and seeing him get kills because of it. If you ever see me in quick match and I'm the Hulk, please choose Wolverine. I will throw you wherever you want thrown. I promise not to screw it up too bad. I've been on the receiving end of that throw. Well, not the receiving end. I've been the thrown Wolverine, and then the guy would just keep throwing me 5 feet in front of him. So, I know it's not the most meta team up. However, I do love it. Rant over. Lastly, I would like to get into some channel news, growth, and what my plans are here for the future. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. I'm getting so close to some goals that I never thought of even doing. I never thought of doing YouTube. With how much I watch it, I've never thought about being on this end of it. But I've had a spike in views and comments and likes and so forth that I never expected. So if you're watching this, if you've done any of those things, sincerely, thank you so much. It does something good for me personally. It's something that kind of helps my mental health, I'd say, to see so much engagement. Now, I do plan on expanding my kit as far as what I do. I would like to start streaming, so I will need more subs to start streaming. And I do have a webcam, I do have a mic, um, and that is really the goal, is to start streaming it. And I'm probably going to create a Twitch in my next video. If I do, I'll link it and I'll tell you how to find me. But to start streaming here, I really need subscribers. This is my first time using CapCut. All the other videos I've put on here have been through just the PlayStation app, and kind of cut through there and found a way to put it on YouTube. It felt real janky, but yeah, all advice I've ever seen is if you want to start YouTube, just start it. Don't start it. Don't go wait till you buy all the expensive equipment. Don't wait. Just jump on there. And so a lot of my first videos have been experimental. Even moving on to here, like this is my first time using CapCut. In fact, a big thank you to my daughter who did most of this editing, all of this editing really. I like to learn some more myself, but she has been a real rock for me in all this. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. And if you subscribe, to all my viewers, if you subscribe, thank you so much. I will be hitting my goals here soon, hopefully. And like I said, I would love to really start a community here on YouTube. So on top of that, if you have any comments, any advice, anything on anything I've said in this video, please leave a comment. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.